everyone, I'm JD from Globleland Journals, and today I have a tutorial for you showing how I like to add lace to the sides of my pages. So as an example, it would look something like this. I used all of this gorgeous vintage style lace and I just sewed them to the edges of the pages of this journal, and it makes a great place to hang charms from. Charms and beads and keys, really cool. But it also looks good just by itself. I've done this before with multicolored lace. So if I have a botanical journal, for example, with lots of colors, I have done rainbow, so like pink, blue, yellow, green, orange lace scattered throughout. Or if I have, for example, like a blue and purple themed journal, I will alternate blue, purple lace, kind of like that. So I have here a blue themed journal. So I'm going to be adding some blue lace ribbon to the edges, and I'm wondering if I want to add some of this as well. So I just pulled out some of the more vintage style color white, like the off-white, and then this one, the plain white. And this comes from a pack from Globleland. These came with some other colors as well. This is a really pretty color. I love that one. And this pink is gorgeous as well. So it all came in this lovely box. And I will link Globleland down below in the description box for you if you want to check them out, along with a link to these and a discount code you can use. They've got wonderful junk journal supplies. And I'm excited to use these, especially because these are actually like washi tape, where there's this strip here, you just remove that and it's sticky underneath, so no sewing needed. If you don't have a sewing machine, this is a great option. Of course, you can definitely just use glue, but this is a no mess, no fuss option. So I am going to go ahead and stick some of these laces onto the pages, and I think I want one right here. So I'm just going to grab my scissors, and all I do is trim off a piece, and I can just check what that looks like over the edge as well, like how far do I want that out, peeking over, something like that. So, oh, I lost my page. Here it is. So I think the glue is going to tell me actually where it will go. If I was to sew this or glue it, I could move it and adapt it, but you can see where the tape is actually. So I'm going to have to place it pretty much right on that edge there. So I'm going to line it up and place it down like that, and then I will just trim the edges, and I can see that I haven't placed it correctly. I have underestimated how far it would go. So let me see. Now that I have pulled it off, I was going to see how sticky it was. It is quite sticky. So when I've used this kind of lace tape in the past, I haven't needed to add any glue, which that's the mark of good washi tape in my opinion. I want tape that's just going to stick down. I know washi tape is designed so that you can actually lift it up, but I want my tape to stay put. Same with this. I just call this like lace washi tape. I want it to really be stuck there. But because I lifted that up, some of the craft paper came with it. So just to be sure, I'm adding a layer of glue, and that works just as well. So I'm just going to trim this off the edge. Now, because it is quite far in along that page edge, we might not see any of it. And that's totally okay. Sometimes, yeah, you want it to all come off the edge, especially if you want a place to add charms. But otherwise, it's just simple, beautiful page decoration. I chose this page because it can highlight the blue in this image here. So then moving on, I'm going to go to this page here, and I just want to decide, do I want to kind of alternate it, or do I want it to all be blue? I'm actually thinking I might want it to be all blue. I'm just going to have a look and see what it looks like before I make a decision. Do I like the dark blue? I don't know, because it's quite a light blue cover. If I put the dark blue, it's going to kind of draw the eye to here instead of here. So I think I am going to go with the light blue, and that was my original plan anyway, so I'm totally happy with that. Yeah, all right. I love that look. That's perfect. This light blue is my favorite of all of the colors. This is my second favorite because that goes with all the vintage journals, themed journals. Now, let's see if I can do a better job this time of sticking this down. So I can see where that edge is. I want to go about here. And I caught it all. There we go. So we'll trim off here. And we will trim off here. Beautiful. And again, it will pick up the blue here. And when I turn that page, that looks quite nice there. Like a little piece of trim. And let me just have a look. So now that piece is actually hanging over the edge more, and I could add a charm there. In fact, I might want to grab a silver key. Silver and blue is like my favorite combination. So I might want to add a silver key to that just for a bit of interest. Do I want to add some white? Because that's nice and subtle. Actually, I really like that. White, silver and blue. Absolute favorite color combination. I actually really like that. Do I want to do it though? Because it's more of a vintage layout on the inside. So I don't know if I want to. I don't know. I really like it though. I really like that color combination because it makes the blue stand out more. I'm thinking. I just want to add another blue strip somewhere first. So I'm going to come in at the back and find a place to add more blue. So do I want to add it here or here? I think I actually want to add it here. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up. And again, let's see if I can get this in the right spot. Okay, so I just want to go like that. Beautiful. Now, if for whatever reason I got it in the wrong spot, and if I tried to lift it up and it ripped, it wouldn't lift up, don't panic. Just trim the edge, just cut it off and stick the whole thing back on. I've had to do that sometimes. If something's gone wrong here with my sewing machine and it made a mess and it tore, all I would do is trim off that edge, and then I've got a new edge. Yes, it's further in, but that page is totally fine. You don't have to rip that page out. You don't have to redo the whole journal. Don't panic when things like that happen. You can always make it work. You can always make it work. So yeah, there we go. I just want to trim off that little bit too. Let's have a look. Now I think I do want to put in some white. I could do all blue, I definitely could, but I feel like white is just speaking to me. And I might put some white, no, I'll put it here. Where is my white? Here it is. Or do I want to do the vintage? Let's have a look. That might be the go. Whoops. Lost it. Lost the page. Here it is. Okay. I think I do want this one. Because I have more of like a vintage style to the actual journal, I'm going to go with the vintage coloured tape. I could definitely use this though. That was really pretty. It was very, very pretty. But the pages are telling me which one to go with, and since I've used more coffee dyed pages rather than just white papers, I'm going to go with this one. And let's have a look where the edge is. This one's a bit further down, so I can do that. And we'll just trim off the edge. Beautiful. And so that's something I think about when I make my journals, is I don't put sewing on every single blank page if I know I'm going to add some lace, because I want some edges blank to be able to add those. So then I want a piece here as well, like this. I just want to have a look at what that looks like from the front. Oh, don't mind that dog. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to add that piece here. Again, I'm just looking at where the tape is. This one is much further down than it is placed on that blue one. There we go, like that. Oh, I've covered up a lot of that blue. So if I was, oh, there we go. So it's come out a bit further than all of the others, and that is totally okay, because then you get sort of this layered effect. You can see it alternating. You can't see the blue behind it, but that is okay. Totally okay, but that's something to keep in mind. You just want to make sure that, hang on, I've got this one. I'm looking at the wrong one. You just have to make sure that when you're placing the ones closer to the front, that they're not sticking out further than the ones at the back. If you want that layered effect, like you might not want a layered effect necessarily, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about. When you're looking at it from the front, you can see those lovely trims. Some of you might not care about that. All you want to care about is like the side view. Maybe that's all you're interested in, but I'm interested in sort of both. Now, I could add one more if I wanted, but I don't know. I feel like I'm good now. I don't want to go too overboard, and I really kind of like how that's looking right there. I just think it needs one extra one though. I do think it needs one more. So I'm going to put it here. The reason it needs one more, like it doesn't need one more from the front. The front is fine. But when I look at that side view, there's a gap here. Like I'm happy with that. But when I do this, there's just a lot of pages here with nothing. And I don't know, to my eye, I want to add something to balance it. You don't need to do that, but I just want to because it balances it in my view. So again, it is very sticky. This tape is very, very sticky. So that's a good thing because no glue needed. As you can be sure it's going to stay there. It's just a little bit like once it's down, that type of thing. And it kind of sticks to anything. So you just gotta be a bit careful. Like it will stick to any page that you might accidentally touch it against. And it's very sticky against my fingers. So there we go. And from the back, you can see that there too. And from the front, yeah, I'm loving that from the front. So I can go ahead and add a whole bunch of charms to that if I want. If I don't need to. I think I'm going to add at least a key charm. And then we'll see from there if I add anything else. But yeah, I love how that looks. It kind of just, you know, lifts the journal, transforms it, adds a bit of something to it when you add the lace. So yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can definitely, let me show you, like here is some lace that has no sticky behind it. You can definitely add all sorts of different laces and combine them with each other. I was considering adding this as well to the journal and alternating this between all the tape laces. You can see how that would work well too. And if you have just any lace or a whole bunch of laces, you can, I love just using as many different types of lace on the edges of my journals. And all I do is either sew them in or glue them in. Either works. And so I'm always loving using these thinner strip lace types that can fit on the edges like that. Yeah, so have fun adding lace to the edges of your pages, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. A big special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in April. If you like my channel and would like to support it as well, there are a few ways you can do that. One is by becoming a patron, where you get access to all my extra videos, including my member videos and the journal making series each month. And depending on your tier, you also get access to every digital kit in my Etsy, plus a new one each month. And there are various mail tiers as well, where I send you some goodies in the post. You can also support my channel by becoming a member of my channel by clicking the join button, and all of the information and links are down below in the description box if you are interested in supporting Willowbound Journals.